said before that you relish playing in enemy territory. Is there something a little extra this week, especially since it's Steelers rivalry?
Anytime you join this organization and they talk about this game, it's the game that defines you and makes you a Raven. And when I was on their sideline my rookie year, Mike Tomlin was looking at me, yelling at me, "You're not a Raven. You're not a Raven. You're not supposed to be there. You're not one of them." So every time I play them, it's something personal.
That obviously stuck with you.
Yeah, definitely did. Definitely did. I don't care if he was joking. I don't care if he was serious. At the end of the day, I'm on your sideline and you're telling me I'm not a Raven. It's kind of disrespectful. So.
Do you think about that now every single time you go into these games?
Yeah, because at that point it's like I never even told you anything. Like, you just coming at me. So I mean, from that point on, it is what it is.
Last time you played them, you were talking about how you aren't a Raven until you beat the Steelers.
Right.
You did so. Are you ready to just even the numbers
on
your matchups against them?
Definitely. Sitting at 1-5 versus them is not a good record at all, and we're looking to change that. So that's been a talk, is trying to catch back up on that record, and obviously all those games were decided by very few points, and we know where we went wrong in those games, and that's what we're leaning on now, is just correcting our past mistakes.
Does Roquan go into a different headspace on game days than other guys that you've played with over your career?
It's hard to tell Roquan. Roquan's like that every day. He really doesn't change, but game day you definitely get a little bit more intensity. You can get the same talk that you get every day, but it's different intensity.
Whose idea was to give Marlon the silent treatment on that?
It was mine. Roquan was looking at me. He was like, Marlon gonna come on his live. What you think we should do? And I was like, let's not just talk to him, piss him off a little bit. So he was just sitting there, steady trying to talk. And it was so hard not to laugh, but as soon as he walked away, we bust out laughing. It was so funny.
You think it bothered him a little bit?
Yeah, it definitely pissed him off. It definitely did.
You're a quarter way through the season. You battled through a lot of development, a lot of pressure throughout it. Just where are you feeling right now in this season?
Still trying to improve. I feel like my game, there's another level to unlock. I feel like we're just getting started, and I'm just trying to be great. I'm trying to come in every day, focus, getting better one day at a time. I'm not trying to look too much into the future, even though there's goals that I want to reach. I'm just really focused on being 1% better each day.
Patrick, you mentioned Rowe's influence on you and so forth since he got here. I'm curious, when you see Jadeveon and Kyle Lanoy, who I know just got here, what do you see from those guys that stands out to you?
With Clowney, you really see like the intensity that he plays with every play, the aggression that he plays with, how physical he is, how fast he closes in on the attack point, and with KV is just how smart he is, coming in the first day knowing exactly what to do on all his jobs, talking about certain players that he's about to see, just how well he communicated the first time he was out there. So it's two different things that you get from both of them, but you still get a concept of things that they do well. And just seeing those two guys that I looked up to playing the sport, just watching them do what they do and be great, and just trying to really fall in their path.
Patrick, with Marlon going down early, Marcus going down early, what do you think the perception was of this secondary, and what do you think they've shown the past 3 or 4 weeks?
Now, we knew our guys could ball. I think when you look at the outside world look at, obviously it's Marlon and Marcus, going down, but we got faith in the guys that we got, and they wouldn't be here if we knew they couldn't play. So anytime we step on the field with our 11, we know we got faith in each other.
Patrick, I think I talked to you, and there was all these injuries happening, and you had. How's it now? Kind of the opposite. How does it feel when you're getting back Marlon, Odell, Bateman? How does it feel when you get these guys coming back?
It's definitely a confidence boost, but at the same time, we're going out there with the same game plan, doing the same thing we've been doing, and just trying to up it a notch. And getting those guys back is a huge plus. But like I said, the guys that we had in there, I feel like we did good with them, and I feel like they stepped up to the plate, and it's not going to be no drop off at all.
Yeah, Patrick, there was a lot of talk before the year about just kind of how competitive this AFC North would be for quarterbacks. Joe Burrow, Lamar, Pickett sending Watson coming back. I guess, what do you kind of make of things right now? It seems like Lamar's at the top, but the rest is kind of in transition almost.
It's just a tough division as a whole. I think you look at every position got great players, and I think that's just what makes each game so tough. Minus the rivalry, is just each position is loaded with talent. And when you look at each player that's in the division, you look at the quarterbacks, and the talent that's around those quarterbacks that make them better. So I think all the quarterbacks in our division are great quarterbacks. They're obviously on the teams for a reason, starting on those teams for a reason, and they got the guys around them that we got to go play against every day. And I honestly think it's the toughest division in football, honestly, if you ask me. But yeah, that's how I feel.
Patrick, I know it's one game at a time, but do you feel like the locker room kind of knows the magnitude of, if you beat Pittsburgh, you sweep all your AFC North road games?
I mean, honestly, we're just trying to be 1-0 this week. We're not looking too much in the future. Like I said, we're focused on being 1% better. Like I said, it's tough. It's tough to go in there. You look at my record, that's why I'm focused on this week, just getting better as a player, getting better on the defense, looking back at the past things that we did wrong, and just getting better from those things. So that way we can go in there and get this win, and then, start talking about the future at that point.
The physicality that Najee Harris runs with, does that kind of add to the rivalry and the physicality of this game overall?
I think anytime you play a great player like him, you want to try to get after him. And obviously, when he goes, their team goes. And when you shut him down, their team shuts down. So the big focus is definitely stopping 22.
I appreciate it.
Thank y'all.